The prolific Northern Irish great, who will release his 38th studio album on Friday, knows his way around not answering a question directly and ends a nearly 25-minute chat by hanging up the phone abruptly. It begins warmly enough, with the veteran singer-songwriter recalling a brief chat we had at a Buckingham Palace investiture ceremony last year. He described himself as just a blue-eyed soul singer from Belfast, as he was knighted for a musical career that has enthralled audiences and delighted critics. "You interviewed me briefly, did you?" he says. But it's not long before he's correcting a question about releasing 3 albums within a year. It's actually just a little over a year. Keep Me Singing was finished long before its release, the 72-year-old says. "I had to renegotiate a deal before I could get it out, but it was already done, so that was in the framework of the last couple of years, but these two, roll with the punches and versatile, were." When most artists speak about negotiating a record deal, one may expect the details were ironed out by their manager or lawyers. With Van the Man, who describes himself as not a boss but more of a company director, you get a sense it is him who is steering the ship. "If I am not doing gigs, then I am going to be probably writing and recording, or doing another project," he replies. "The buck stops here, so I delegate to people, but they have to run it past me, because I am the one that's got their name in lights. I have a lot of product out there, so there's a lot of product to manage at this point." Later in the interview, he says the notion of fame being a good thing is sold to people all the time. "The message is that be successful and then you'll have an easier life," he quips. "It's not actually great to be famous, unless that's what you want and that's what you're all about. There are people who want that, and that's probably great for them, I don't know. But it kills a lot of people, but nobody addresses that fact. It ruins their lives." His new record Versatile sees Morrison delve into the jazz archives, the music which first inspired him as a youngster in Belfast, where his shipyard worker father was said to have the greatest record collection in the city. He covers Nat King Cole, Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra and others, while adding 6 original compositions.